So many Barca fans are not happy with Xavi's contract getting renewed until 2026. There's a lot of complaints about the tactics, the style of play, and especially the four-man midfield that he keeps insisting on using. There's also a lot of skepticism due to his current record in European championships. So many people who don't trust him are left confused about the timing of his renewal. Like, why would they not wait till the end of his contract, which is at the end of the season? So today I chose to make this video to show you that the four-man midfield is not the real problem, and explain to you what the real problem actually is and why renewing his contract this soon doesn't mean that if he fails this season, we're gonna be stuck with him until 2026. To understand where this four-man midfield comes from, which Xavi prefers to use, we have to revert back to Creds' time at Barca, since he was the one who first introduced this formation, and later on Guardiola would change it to a 4-3-3, although he also used that same 3-4-3 formation at times. According to Xavi himself, the most important thing is not the formation, it's how you approach a game. For example, in the last game we played against Osasuna, the problem was not necessarily Xavi, and I'm going to show you that in a second. The way he approached this game was enough to beat them at least 3-4 goals. But the team had serious intensity problems. They lacked quickness in their passes, their decision making, and also positional issues, especially in the midfield, which is why we did not create that many chances. Let's go ahead and look at some examples from the game. As you can see right now, De Jong has the ball. He's going to make a cross, and Gundogan makes the call. He tries to run behind the defender, and the cross is going to actually fall right on his head. So when the ball falls on his head, he has two options: to either head it towards goal or pass it back to Lewandowski. He did not head it towards goal. He tried to pass it back to Lewandowski. It was a bad pass, but somehow the ball still ended up in Lewandowski's feet. There was a deflection. The ball ended up in De Jong's feet. He took a shot. It hit the post. The ball came back to Lewandowski's feet right here. The goal is open. All he had to do is put it in. He missed a sitter. Clearly Lewandowski is not confident. He should have scored this. Another example. Here we have Gundogan. He actually had the ball right here where you see the referee is running. He was running with the ball like way before, like from the end of this picture right here where you see the arrow. He had the ball since then, and Gundogan has been crying for help, for him to release the ball to him. But Gundogan kept going. He ended up here. Gundogan had to, look how Gundogan had to like open both his arms like that for De Jong to release the ball. He still didn't release it. By the time he released it, it was too late. But if he did, there's so much space here. Gundogan could have passed it to Lamine Yamal, or he could have found Lewandowski in some empty space, or he could have even took a shot on goal, and it could have been a goal. But when he passed it, it was already too late. He tried to loop the ball towards Gundogan. Gundogan, with lack of options, tried to chest it towards Lamine Yamal, but then it was too late. The defenders already covered everything, which explains why we need to be quicker in our transitions, our passes, and our decision making. Here's another situation right here. Christensen had the ball. He passed it to Xavi. Xavi passed De Jong, who was behind the defender but ended up creating the space, becoming the free man. When Xavi passed the ball to De Jong, you think he would look forward and pass it to Gundogan, and Gundogan could pass it and make a two pass or something. You think this would be a counter-attack, but no. When he received the ball, instead of progressing the game, he pushed the ball back. As you can see, it's 88 minutes into the game. We only 2-1 up. This is a dangerous score. We could have conceded a goal and it would have been a draw. Another one not created. This has nothing to do with Xavi. I think he's giving the tactics, he's giving everything to the players but it's taking some time to click. And later in the game, when Cancelo came on, when Felix came on, you could see a big difference. The team was moving more, the midfield was not that stuck, and we were more fluid with everything that we did. Of course, Xavi has to make improvements, as he's not perfect himself, but he's not destroying the club. I've seen some people say that, which baffles me. Really? And his renewal had to be done in this exact time, because when he signed on a very low salary, even though some haters don't think he deserved a raise. Well, this is not a raise. He was supposed to get paid more than he originally got paid. My goal is not to defend Xavi. My goal is to defend Barça. And as of now, I think he is the best option we have. And we should trust him and allow him one more year to work. If he doesn't succeed this season, if he doesn't meet the expectations, he's going to decide on his own to discontinue his contract. That's what he's going to do. So Barça will not have any problems trying to sack him and then they have to pay him. Xavi himself will end his own contract. It's one thing to create systems and tactics, but it's another thing to get the players to adapt and implement everything set. So trust Xavi and be patient. If you like this video, make sure you like it, leave a comment, subscribe, share it with someone that is kind of confused about the situation right now. I hope that brightened you up, and I'll see y'all later. Why Barça.